Gelcor, Rishi, Labir, Usas, Snorvrek. Hosta mefta cinco basta, hosta mefta uvre, rishi labir, groove snores, lagelkor, rishi labir, usas nos novre. Hosta mefta cinco basta, hosta mefta uvre, rishi labir, groove snores, lagelkor, rishi labir, usas nos norvrek.
Yazor, why Yazor, go, if not.
Puštikami ono, zipa blufa torpoš divej. Zumba koždo nisi, rišta mozi, krož ti play. Zika kumpa jumba noro, kumpa jumba hero, kumpa jumba opposite way. Oh, oh.
Yeah. Hero. So, go. If, man. Ha!
Hosta mefta cinco basta. Hosta mefta juvrek. Rishi labir groove snores lajekor. Rishi labir usa snor vrek. Hosta mefta cinco basta. Hosta mefta juvrek. Rishi labir groove snores lajekor. Rishi labir usas nos vrek.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away, there was one fun and free mystic starport where the galaxy's finest fun and free funsters had a free time on their hands. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Mystic Starport. My name is Philip, and I am the living force, which is what we call the game master in this system because it sounded nigh godlike in a way that appealed to me. And joining us tonight are some of our wonderful players. Say Bright Suns players.
Bright Suns.
Bright Suns players.
How's everyone doing tonight?
All right.
Not too bad.
This is the first time
Well,
I'm
yeah.
asking either of you this because we haven't been talking on Zoom for several minutes yet.
Not about ourselves.
No, that's
Um,
fair. That's true.
I actually do. Like, given just, I know, a curiosity question, given all of your freedom speech, are we in? Is Mystic Starport in? I know it's not called this now, but will it become the slice of freedom in 600 years? Are we in that
Mystic
part of the
Starport
Outer Rim?
in the sliver of freedom?
Or the sliver of freedom?
We have established that Westrena is not far from Nathor, haven't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Then no.
Okay.
It is not. It is in the Nathor and Westrena are like galactic southeast, and the sliver of freedom is galactic northeast. If
Gotcha.
my memory
Okay.
serves.
Sorry, Philip.
That's what. No, I'm just not my mind. Listen, guys, my mind is on fictional interstellar cartography at this point, so I'm a happy camper. And if people are, I see, I just tell me right or left. Understood. So basically, if you, it is on the, if there's 4 quadrants of the galaxy, the Star Wars galaxy, we're talking about the sort of like the bottom right, as opposed to the top right. Guys, that's what we're here for. I'm gonna open some dice that have nothing to do with Star Wars or even the season we're in. These are my seasonally inappropriate. Oh wait, hold on. Someone's we are actually being joined by another person here. Hello.
What the heck is this?
Hi. Hi, Medina Lake.
Wrong game.
Wrong
Sorry.
Lake, but welcome. It's so
So we're just
here,
we're just doing dice time. You're fine.
We're just doing dice time. We were just doing some interstellar cartography about where exactly which area of the galaxy Westrena is located in.
Because Philip introduced this episode with so much freedom talk. I need to know if it was in the sliver of freedom or
It
not.
was reasonable.
I've been watching.
I got a Polaris D20 here, so North Star, roll for me.
That's almost like
Guess what it started with, guys?
A polar bear.
No. Oh wait.
Oh.
Sweet
13.
13.
wow. 13.
You shall serve me well once we get back to a D20 system.
It's almost the right color of the Star Wars font.
That's true too.
It's
Of
just
the
like
a long time ago in a
title
galaxy
font,
far, far
yeah.
away. So, so yes, we have a crew here. I was actually just lamenting that I was trying to type Nolshay a moment ago, and because Nolshay, the way I style it, because I think you said this and then just I get for typing it, it's not here. I typically put an accent over the E.
I usually do as well, but I was in a rush and I couldn't be bothered.
No, nor should you be. But my Macintosh computer, my Apple, just decided to change every 6 months or so. It takes away the thing where if you hold down a key, it gives you all of the options of diacritic marks and all that stuff, and now it's gone. So, in any case, Nolshay, welcome.
Hi.
We were just discussing what was going on in tonight's game, which is you guys are just a crew of fun, footloose and fancy-free adventurers who hang out in a planet called Westrena, just chilling in the galaxy, having a good time. Though this game sometimes has like connected stuff, like there is a data core we've been working on in a certain way. For the most part, this is this is kind of just a one and done, just series of adventures. We're kind of set in the original trilogy era. So we're just gonna hop in and have some fun here. I will once again move my camera. It's not a great position, but just so people can see my X-wing that is now over the TIE fighter in the display case, because I'm a cool guy who likes Legos.
You might have to move soon, Phil.
I already have to move.
Oh, no.
You don't understand that room. That room is more Lego than room. But I guess we'll go ahead and prepare to sort of jump into tonight's session. Trying to think if in our last game, Nolshay, Zex, and Shay. So there's Shay and Nolshay. They hung out with a gentleman named the Merciless, who was a soon-to-be fan favorite, Coredian, who's
He'll be back.
normal, and his favorite two things are murder and gossip. So He's a fun guy to have around. But he is currently fighting on Abu Dreth in the corporate sector. So the corporate sector is what the Sliver of Freedom becomes, by the way. You weren't here for the Merciless when they went to the corporate sector, but that's what there you go.
There we go.
That's sort of more galactic north, galactic northeast. So, tonight's game, who knows what it will be, because I might have had a plan and thought there might have been other players here that had specific idea, but the guys, it doesn't matter. The point is, let us
Keep it spontaneous.
Figure it out.
prepare
Fine.
for the fun of Mystic Starport. So we will open on a field of stars before we tilt. Tell you what, do we tilt up, down, left, or right?
Left.
We tilt up left to reveal the Outrider tracking along as it passes in frame and then heads down towards the coastal planet of Westrena. How is a planet a coastal planet? Guys, I don't know. I can't really tell you. Just that's what I rolled on a D&D table of terrains for druids and rangers.
I mean, if it's like if the only landmass is like Pangea, then it's all coast, right? Like,
Well, no, that's the thing. It wouldn't, because then it's like if it's Australia, the middle's real deserty. So instead, it's a coastal planet. So it's long like slivers. It's like the landmass is just spaghetti.
everything is like New Zealand,
Just
basically.
it's all New Zealand. It's just just so much coastline. It's like the lake, isn't it? Like the Lake of the Ozarks has more coastline than California or some craziness like that.
Oh yeah.
So yeah. So, as the Outrider heads down, we find Zex, Bug, and Nolshe in everyone's favorite spot, Haldir's Saloon. Are the power converters playing? They are. The power converters are on stage, tearing things up. The music is fun. I mean, I know it's maybe not to everyone's taste, but there's something just like it's definitely got like a beat. It's definitely danceable. It's like it's not like there are much more like there are many forms of music in the galaxy you would rather not hear as frequently as you do. It's a rather anodyne, rather anodyne.
Yeah.
But you guys are just hanging out. So you are now welcome to do your typical just friendship banter, and we'll see what Dash brings you.
It's it's not bad music, but I just don't know how many times I can hear Tashi Station in one night and not get annoyed by it.
Listen,
I know what you mean, but it's nice background music. You can just vibe.
after you've had the week that I've had, I'll take anything.
Bad times being a senator, Zax.
Just we had some imperial business to take care of. I gotta serve the emperor and all that stuff.
I mean, I guess you need to at
part of
least
the job.
sometimes. I guess you need to do your actual job.
Yeah,
So that makes sense.
but trust me, have you seen that guy? He really needs a good skincare routine. I don't know what everyone sees in him. Don't tell anyone I said this, of course.
You hear you kind of hear like the sounds of like a scuffle, actually. Sort of on one side of the place, and a bunch of people going, Hey, that's not the Corellian way. I gotta go fix my hair. Come on, stop causing so many problems. Hey. Because that's what we've decided that Corellians are. It took me a while to realize they're the fawns, but
The space fawns.
Space Fawns. Hey, I'm Space Fawns. But you guys look over, and there does appear to be a little sort of kerfuffle where various of these kind of star greasers guys seem to be engaged in some sort of there is some sort of like weird fight or something going on. You guys certainly don't have to investigate, but you are welcome to do so if you'd like.
I will.
Oh. Oh.
I know that friend.
Is he
Hello.
on stream? Would you like to come say hello?
Who's this?
Is that my little friend?
So good to see you, friend. I know, buddy. I know, buddy. Hey, you want to come say hi to my friends in the world? Hi. Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hey, man. We're just playing a little Star Wars game. He is not interested in this.
No. Well, hi.
Like,
He's
I
like,
don't know what that is.
He's like, that's nerd stuff.
He's like, you're dorks. I don't even want to talk to you.
Do you want me to
Like,
hold
go
him while
get
you
cool,
rest?
guys.
This is, and guys,
This is.
I agree.
Don't worry.
This is much more interesting than anything we ever do.
100%. 100%.
I know. Wait, can I give him a cookie? All right, guys. Sorry, you guys.
No, that's fine.
I love this music. Sometimes.
I forget, Noshe, are you from Corellia?
No, I'm from Mirielon.
Well, I mean, I know that that's your species, but people grow up all over the galaxy.
That's true. That is true. No, I like Corellian stuff.
Good.
Hi.
He's like, what
Hi,
are you
friend.
I really like your yellow striped shirt.
They like your yellow striped shirt.
Oh my goodness. And we have somebody else with a yellow striped shirt here too.
Can you say thank you?
I was copying him. So.
He said thank you. There.
I heard.
You're good to go.
I had to follow the lead of the best
I
dressed
agree.
person here.
So,
I had a feeling. I was like,
It's true.
I know. I wish you could watch that show too, but I think you guys are about to leave. So let's say that the fight was with an Ewok, who has just kind of come in and is just saying a lot of stuff.
I don't know
Fighting
why.
the Corellians.
I know
He's
why they
fighting
stole
the
that Ewok's cookies.
Yeah.
I would kind of take the taller people away from the
what?
Ewok.
Probably
Not that the
coming.
Ewok could not handle it, but he's just so adorable that I just want to help out.
Firm disagree. Never help an Ewok, Noshe.
You know,
I'm gonna also interject.
to do
the
it. They're
fight.
so cute.
I speak Corellian. I speak their dialect a little bit. It's like, hey, oh, what are we doing over here? Bada bing. Like, guys, don't worry. I understand Corellian.
And so the Corellians, as you tell you what, why don't you make a charm roll
Oh,
to try to
very
sort of
charming.
prevent that? Bye. The Ewok's leaving.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yup,
Where's
nup.
Charm?
Love you. Bye.
Is it called something else in this one?
We don't say yup nub.
I see
Oh yeah.
them.
Oh wait a second. Bug. There's an Ewok. I just
Yeah, I know.
realized.
I know.
Oh no. Oh, is it
So,
called
just
something
to-
else? I am so sorry.
Yeah. It's not called Charm in this one, right?
No.
I can't find Charm.
What is it called in this? Persuade. Sorry.
Okay, I can do
Guys, apologies for that distraction.
that. Here,
No.
Bug is going to talk to the Ewok. I'll
No, I'm
persuade
not.
the Corellians.
The Ewoks are always up to some nonsense.
Bug,
it's
you
fine.
probably
I mean,
do
I
speak Ewok, right?
I do speak Ewokese.
All right. So
I rolled a 20 on persuade. I'm going to
So
talk to the Corellians.
okay. So as Zex, oh yeah, that's great for you. So as Zex kind of goes over and begins to like try to calm the Corellians,
Hey, yo,
Bug
man,
walks
bada
over to an
bing.
Ewok, and this Ewok suddenly looks up at Bug and just stares
It's
with
a-
this
Yep, no.
fearsome look in his eyes. It is a mixture of like terror and also hatred. What do
Oh.
you say, Bug?
don't worry. Now is not the time or the place. We don't make scenes here. What's going on?
The Ewok.
I already age. You don't have to worry.
I'm sensing some tension over here.
I know Nolshe's nearby, just being like, I thought we were just breaking up a fight. What?
Was
Fortunately,
the,
the
Ewok causing the trouble?
why don't you make a psychology roll, Bugwowza, on this Ewok?
Sure. Sure.
Um,
15. So that, ooh. Oh, wait, I don't need to do anything. That's an extreme.
Extreme success. The Ewok. You do know something about Ewoks, and actually, Lauren, this is the thing you might remember about Asha from back when KJ's Ewok character from our off-stream game. Ewoks love to dance. They love to move the booty. And basically KJ just said, in all situations, Asha was just, she's like, Asha immediately starts twerking. So the point is, this Ewok was dancing. And the Corellians were laughing at the Ewoks dancing.
He's throwing it down. Like, they should not have been laughing.
Basically, you understand that the Ewok is just saying, I was just dancing. I was just being a good dancer.
History of our people aside, that is the culture of Endor. And I don't want to see that laughed at.
Can I ask Bug what they were laughing at? Because we don't understand the Ewok.
No, this conversation is just weird, like conversation between a giant furry thing and a small furry thing.
Yeah, instead of hearing my normal voice, you're probably hearing me go, whoa, what? Oh yeah,
I guess we don't.
Yeah.
The Ewok says,
No say now, just hearing.
Then
Nolshe is nodding though. Pretending.
Then the Ewok says, then I won't need to take the ultimate revenge, and reaches into his pouch. Actually, wait. Yes, reaches into his pouch and turns off his thermal detonator and puts it back into his pouch.
Like I said, we don't make scenes here. My friend talking to them already is a senator. I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of this. I'll get you an apology. And I'll come over and now towards you, Zex and Nolshe. So they were laughing at the way the Ewok danced.
Oh.
You guys were laughing at dancing? I want to be very offended. I want to be incredibly offended. I want Zex to be uncharacteristically offended. Like no one's seen this side of him.
Very appropriate for Moses.
Right? I'm offended.
The Ewok just kind of notices the vibe of these other Talls. And this seems more appropriate than what those greasers were talking about. You know.
Yeah, so I think what we, at the very least, should do is secure an apology for the Ewok.
Can you ask the Ewok Bug which one of them started laughing first? Can he point them out?
It's the ones you were talking to, Zex.
But which one in particular?
Who was the one who started it all?
The Ewok just turns and with a furry finger points straight at... Oh, wait! Guys, I can finally use my many NPCs I've made for this place.
This would be a named character.
You're gonna randomly roll Hall of Deer. I swear to God.
Okay. Pierce, roll me a D8.
A D8?
Yeah.
You got it. D8. Yep. 7.
Okay. There is amidst the Corellians, because not all Corellians are humans, but amidst the Corellians there is one Weequay who is wearing a Corellian, there's a Weequay in a white shirt and black vest, classic Corellian look. And this Weequay has has her hair kind of up in a pompadour, which I guess is what a lot of these Corellians are wearing. And but she is like on the other side, and she's like she's one of the ones you told like, hey, kind of like move back, Zex. But she is with several of the other Corellians, and she's periodically like doing like a rude version of the Ewoks dance mockingly.
Well, yeah, I feel like it's the one that's mocking the dance right now.
I see. I want to I don't know if you guys sense the vibe that I'm feeling right. I'm gonna resort to violence, but I want to throw a look at Nolshay. Zex doesn't hit women, so I need Nolshay. No, okay.
I am going to like acknowledge the anger, but just be like, cool it, everyone.
We just
It's
got
fine.
just note, Zex, note the hard fast rule about this place. The reason we have to sit in this place all the time is that we don't create scenes in here.
There's assholes all around the galaxy.
So just ask
A
them to
lot
step
of them
outside,
end up here.
and
Just
I'll claw our throat out.
Also, I would say, can Zex, Nolshay, and Bug all give me a culture roll? Zex, you don't live here, so you'll need one click higher degree of success than everyone else, but this is kind of just about, let's see if you know specifically who this person is.
I got a 14, which is extreme success.
You'll know her by name.
Just a regular success.
Regular success.
ooh, a 6.
Whoa! Then yeah, you so basically, Bug, you probably know her name, and you know that she's like, you think she hangs out with the band a lot, but Zex and Nolshay, you all know her name is Putbind. Putbind. Sometimes the name generators are weird. So she maybe it's Bind. Yeah, Bind. The point is Putbind is she's a Weequay, and I think Zex and Nolshay have maybe heard some stories, maybe even had a chat with Putbind here or there. She is a wannabe singer. She dreams of making it big. She has decided that she's like into the new Corella Billy, or like the Corella psychobilly, kind of like she's kind of like, she's got like a she wants to maybe bring some other influence into it, but she kind of, and she talks real big. But I would say no psychology roll required with the really good successes that Zex and Nolshay had. Nolshay, would yours have been? No, yeah, yours would have been extreme as well. So Zex and Nolshay, you guys have a sense that she is someone who's like she really feels like she needs to like prove how like in the scene she is. She's got that sort of vibe.
Wait, I'm sorry. And is she super important?
In what
Like,
sense?
If we don't acknowledge her talent, would it have repercussions?
Understood. No, she is I'll actually rephrase that. She is a person who you guys have heard sing. She has a good voice. Is she going to become a HoloNet star? You don't think so, but it's not outside the realm of possibility. She could.
So high profile, not necessarily high power.
Not even high profile, just it's that thing of never be mean to assistants.
I would like to approach
in the fear
this person.
that perhaps you may approach her, certainly.
And I would like to roll for intimidate.
I will follow Zex, but not in an intimidating way.
I'm approaching softly, but once I get closer, I'm going to use intimidate.
I'm
in like a soft way.
I'm gonna find a spot where I have like a clear line of sight, just sort of lean and just have like my holdout blaster just kind of like already at the wrist, just in case something goes wrong.
Understood. While all this is happening, the little Ewok takes a cookie and just says "E chop glowa," and just walks out. Like, not this Ewok can't handle this. This Ewok can't even handle halters. This is just so much.
Do I see the Ewok walk out?
I think you probably would notice it, yes.
So I'll like grab Zex then and be like, are you sure?
I'll give Nosha the look like, you go follow the Ewok, make sure he's okay. I'm not gonna do anything crazy.
He's fine, but like this isn't worth money. And
Don't worry, I'm not gonna do anything too crazy. I just want to have a word with him.
fine, just be cool. don't cause anything around here. I would like to remind you, this is where we get all of our work, so.
So I've approached Bind. What's your name?
Pushbind,
What's your
yes.
name? Pushbind. And is she still doing like the dance? Maybe she's still.
Nah,
joking
she's
around
at this point. She's kind of just popping her collar up and doing like smooth things and bobbing along. In fact, Zex, as you get closer, you kind of hear her going, like, "Yeah, Daddy-o, I could sing this song better than those lame-os on the stage, those sleemos. Nah, come on, Daddy-o, I could be singing better than. I should be the lead singer of the Power Converters. Cool."
So like I'm gonna approach her and be like, okay, I'm gonna give her a compliment. Like, hey, I've heard you sing around before. You're really, really good. You're amazing.
Hey.
You're quite the artist. And
Hey, you fan. Cool.
but I just want you to know something. Where I come from, Nathor, we respect other people who follow our craft, who are artists themselves.
Oh,
But
I love other people who love my craft.
but I had you laughing at my Ewok friend over there.
For
I just
dancing.
What's an Ewok? That sounds out there.
All right, now can I roll for intimidate now?
Sure.
21.
This strikes me as the person who's continually like smacking a pack of death sticks like this.
Yeah, she certainly is. She is certainly doing something to that thing. Lauren, sorry, I didn't. If you need a headout, you can. But so basically, I'm gonna let this play out. But you guys do notice something's happening in a moment. But Zex, at this time, she's kind of she's if you roll a 21, you're beginning to kind of give a thing, and she's kind of like, "Hey, don't worry, Daddy-o. It was all just a little joking around. Just an Ewok dancing, if that's what it's called. It's a funny sight. You gotta learn not to be a square. Gotta take a joke. That's how we do it in the Corellibilly scene."
I'm great at taking jokes, and I know you're a big deal here and on Corellia, but listen, once you leave this little planet, this little mud hole, you're not a big deal anymore. But out there, you don't have the connections. I do. So just all I'm saying. Wait. All I'm saying, don't let me catch you laughing at another Ewok again.
Understood.
We're gonna continue being nobody, even off this planet.
I won't laugh at any Ewoks. I didn't mean to make everything uncool. Maybe I should.
That was very not cool.
Yeah, maybe I should just
Thank
get
you,
on
Note.
stage and sing a song. Hey guys, maybe you should let me on stage. The power converters are not listening, but as she's kind of basically Zex, she's like kind of like moving away from you, like.
Do any of the Corellians have a drink in their hands?
Sure. They would.
I want to take the drink out their hand.
All right. I would say that doesn't require a roll. He goes, "Hey, what's the big idea, huh? Oh, hey, come on."
I'm gonna go join my friends.
So basically, as they kind of move aside, and there was no bug you can put away your wrist blaster.
I'll slide the holdout blaster.
At this point,
Nolshay is very relieved that this de-escalated.
I look and just looking as we're like heading back to our table, looking around, seeing the Ewoks, and I was like, I didn't even stick around for the apology. That's the first and last time I ever help an Ewok.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys.
the Ewok found some lady to pick him up, so he just walked to her and was like, up. So we had an Ewok here earlier. Sorry, Jeremy. There was literally a tiny child was on the stream for a moment. So in any case, but as you guys do look over at the door, wondering if the Ewok will return, you don't see the Ewok, but you do see a familiar pair of gentlemen. Dash Rendar is coming in with Vigath, who looks a little bit haggard, kind of clothing maybe frayed in a few places, a little worse for wear, but alive and largely unharmed. And Dash kind of spots you guys and goes, "Ha ha! Look what the Lothcat dragged in."
Yeah, We have been looking for you. Are you okay?
I wrote you off as dead.
Vigat would
while
like you
ago.
to define okay.
You're
Alive.
flirty, and thriving? I don't know.
Vigat
Why-
is at least one of
You're
those
30?
things.
No,
Is
just-
it-
sometimes you.
Vigat never reveals Vigat's age.
Is that a Miri Allen turn? I don't know.
Because
It is. It's from a holo program that we watch very often
Fair enough.
at the turn of the century when we come of age. I don't want to talk about it. Vigath, we're very glad to see you.
Yeah.
Dash, have you filled him in?
I haven't actually quite yet. He was kind of sleeping it off in the thing. So Vigath, I actually have a thing for you. I was maybe going to mention this earlier, but actually it's more fun just do it totally live. Vigath, the group has had need of Vigath for a few sessions, and you just haven't been available. I haven't made it a big
Sure
thing.
have.
But because of this, it kind of became a concern that Vigath was either captured or on a bender or not certain. So, would you like to tell us what general nature of thing was going on? Were you could we'll fill in the details by rolling on a table, don't you worry. But what was the nature of your prolonged absence?
Well, Vigat was simply refilling on ammonia beverages at a bar, and since then, Vigat only remembers bits and pieces of what occurred, but it involved various huts, at least 2 Twi'leks, and 5 what is little men? What is race of little men that stand on Jabba's shoulder? Forget.
Kowakian monkey lizards.
At least 5 Kowakian monkey lizards.
That's a good night.
I'm.
It was
Glad-
multiple nights, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on
Was
point
the,
of view.
Was it good for you?
Vigat would like you to define good.
Yeah, I'll say about
You get to
Vigat's
decide that.
story is, in the end, when I found him, it was the Kowakian monkey lizards I had to deal with.
Oh,
Vicious little things.
I'll phrase it like this, Vigath. It wasn't expensive to get you out of the hostage situation, but it required. I kept bringing meat, and the one who could almost speak a little basic kept saying, "Not more rotten enough."
okay. Vigath, would you like a drink? I'll buy you a drink on my tab.
Vigat would love to drink.
I'll
Thank
take a drink.
I'll call. No, you're a senator. Fine.
Yeah.
I'll buy yours, Bug. I'll buy yours.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'll take
Thank
Bug's.
you, though.
I'll take Bug's drink.
I appreciate the gesture.
So, Vigath,
Senator.
as you sort of sit down, Dash says, "Vigath, we do have some business. Let's get you that drink, but perhaps we should have our conversation back on the Outrider."
Sure.
If you guys feel
That's
that.
probably wise.
So, as you guys do this, you notice that
Motion like just a shot. That's it.
you
Is
guys
Mystic
also.
Starport like Vegas or New Orleans? Can we just take it to go?
Oh, there's no open container laws.
And
Mystic Starport.
I will resentfully give bugs to the senator, and the senator will have his own that I paid for. You're
There you
welcome.
go.
Thank you.
Actually,
My
though,
tab. I'll close out my tab.
in response to that, Bug, I will say that, generally speaking, no, but there is an increased Imperial presence here now.
Yeah.
So there's that like walker out there.
I
now.
should say that notably, like I wear Bug wears like weird glasses now. It's like
Oh.
just
like a
trying
goggle.
to look a little different. Yeah, sure.
and like a hood that he walks around
Have
with
you
a
put
lot
some
now.
streaks in your fur, like a
Yeah.
blue streak? Yeah. But
I've got like a salt and pepper thing going on around my face now.
No. So Nolshay is actually noticing this now and will say, "Are you trying to change up your look? Because I can make it a little better.
I mean-
I see what you're going for, but I can
Oh, no, Shay, all I'm going for is to not look like me. But if you
Aw.
could make that look a little more intentional, maybe, sure.
yeah, me and F21
Oh, F21 has just been here sitting all this. listening.
Yeah, we'll fix it on the way over. You look great though. Great job.
Thanks.
But we'll fix it.
Can we change your species?
No.
Then there's a limit to what we can accomplish.
I don't have to look like a totally different
That's only
species.
one is
just
correct.
saying.
I down the shot.
Okay, shall we? Nolshay will just herd everyone out.
As we're like walking, I just want to sidle up next to Dash as we're making our way. I said, "Look, I only had limited dealing with the huts, but I know that almost no interaction I've had comes out with some sort of debt. So what kind of like marker is on Vigath's head now?"
All right, and Dash gets really quiet. Like Vigath is kind of like walking further up towards Nolshay. Zex is kind of up.
Vigat is trying to walk in straight line.
Yeah, Vigath. So Vigath is with Zex and Nolshay up ahead. Dash kind of.
If he
will,
can't
like,
remember, it's probably bad.
Dash kind of quietly goes. Bug. Don't tell Vigath. I'm not sure his pride could take it. There weren't any huts. It was just the lizards.
Okay. Well, that's sort of a relief, actually.
Yeah. At this point, however, while we're outside Bug, I just want to show this off as well at kind of there hadn't been occasion to yet. While we're outside, suddenly you hear a kind of
Oh, right.
Mouse-droid?
I have 2 of these now in my shop.
I only have one, unfortunately, but I do.
That's fine.
I have a mouse droid Lego. Is my point.
It's very nice.
You can put a little
Is
message
it like
on
a
top.
compartment? Oh, nice.
Wow! Oh my goodness!
The back is open though. This was from a weird. You can actually put an engine on this and it can run on its own, but it's complicated.
That is so super cool. Thank you so much for sharing.
Cannot believe I asked you to
You're
join
so
this tonight
mean.
like that. That's ridiculous.
Right.
This isn't for me. I paused building my X-wing so Pierce could have his droid on screen.
That's so nice of you. Wow.
I have a pair of brothers now. If you
And-
recall.
The droid kind of comes up, kind of like taps you on the leg a couple times. Broop, broop.
Oh, yes. Does it have a message for me?
Yeah, you could open the top.
Sure.
God, I just can't get
There's
rid
an
of
energy
Imperial
ration
stuff, huh?
inside, just like a power bar.
Oh. Thanks, I actually was a little hungry.
Kind of heads off.
So you guys just love having Imperial stuff around since you met me.
Wow.
It doesn't look Imperial, actually. This is not a good image of it.
No, yeah, I did have Zax. No, not Zax.
Zaz.
Zaz. Sorry.
Every
too many
character has a
Z's.
Z.
Zaz did do like a paint job and a remodel on it a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh.
So in at this point, as you guys walk down the street, we will wipe to the inside of the Outrider. In an Outrider. And Vigath, Dash seems, even though you were on this ship earlier, he kind of got you off. You're feeling a little more, you've had a stiff drink, but you're feeling a little more whatever. He'll kind of, you can sit down. You can even have like, one stim typically doesn't hurt anybody. So you could even take a stim at this point and just kind of, kind of feel a little like, oh, okay, you're exhausted, but alive. You're still worried about whatever was going on with those huts. And then for a moment, you do have this disgusting vision of this hut-shaped pile of Kowakian monkey lizards that were all like holding together and like moving a mouth as if they were like a, and
That's so much more terrifying than
Um,
just being a hut.
but you're like I pushed that out of my mind.
What happened to Vigat?
What didn't happen to Vigat?
but in
Man,
any
that's
case,
not our business. Like, he can get up to whatever he's gonna get up to.
I'm sorry, guys.
Vigat is surprised you are all still alive without having Vigat services for so long.
I gotta be honest.
We are not
it's-
completely helpless, and it sounds like you could have used our help. So,
Yeah.
like,
No,
you
no,
should
Vigat
call
not say
us.
you are helpless.
Yeah.
Vigat simply knows on worth.
that being
And
Yeah,
it's
I
said,
mean,
extremely high.
that being said,
Vigath,
Vigath,
Yeah, we've been playing on like hard mode without you around.
Actually, yeah.
I think it's been pretty easy.
Vigat rests plenty.
We do actually have something for you.
yeah, we have a something we need your services with, but we're gonna cut you into whatever we find. We started a bit of a job on spec based on a tip we got. Zex used his Imperial credentials to get us in somewhere. Bug, Nolshay worked some magic. Was Zaz there for that, or was it just the three of you? Can't remember.
I think it was
Is
just
it the three of us?
Yeah, there you go. Well then, perfect. Point is, Vigath, how's your RKO computer science skills? We have a data core from a hyperspace beacon, a few thousand years old. As far as we can tell, it never broadcast, which I don't know what you know of your history. And actually, what is VGAT's history score?
Ooh.
Let's see how much VGAT.
65.
65. Okay, so not bad. You're better than average, but not a not sort of a savant. And you know a lot of Arcana history, but not so much this stuff. So I'll say make a history roll.
Okay. It is a normal success.
Normal success. Your understanding of hyperspace beacons is that in the ancient days, and honestly even up to not that long ago, because navicomputers weirdly are a relatively recent invention, although I think they have to do some stuff to be like, but they sort of had them in the Code War era, but psych, no, they didn't. It's, there's a lot of stuff. Anyway, the point is, the navicomputer that just does the calculations for you is relatively recent, and most ships still do, in your time, utilize beacons, but they're not the sort of same hyperspace beacons that the prospectors used to leave out. What they're talking about with a normal success, you suspect this is a prospector beacon. You're not quite sure what it means, though, when he says it was never activated. But Dash will sort of continue and say, we think that this might point us to a planet that people don't know about. We think there might be a chance that this is a hyperspace beacon that some ancient prospectors left to remind themselves of somewhere they never turned it on. Now, like we said, this could just be a path to Malastare. But, like I said, we're doing this on spec. But we are at the point where I don't know if you have the skills and tools to crack open a 4,000 year old data core.
That is a rhetorical question, yes?
That's what I figured. He's like, all right. He kind of goes over.
Like some calf or something before you start in on that?
No. Vigar does best work directly post-stem.
Fair. Here, Lebo, give me a hand. And basically, Dash and Lebo, they move a couple of things, and there's a secret compartment under one of the acceleration couches, which they reach into and pull out a case, which they then open. The case has a bunch of illicit substances in it, some kind of some very risque blue data pads of some kind of various beings going without many garments on. They got a couple of blasters and things they shouldn't. Dash kind of looks at you, Nolshay, and gives you a wink, and then picks up the top of that to reveal that all those illicit things are just a cover for the secret compartment below, from which they pull out the data core that you recall Bug removing from that hyperspace beacon that the mini station attached to. Yeah, exactly. So Dash, with that, has the stuff for you.
Also,
use computers role?
in
a moment, yes.
Less
Might
important.
need to be some other rules first, yeah.
I do have some Imperial mouse droids. You may have noticed one on the way over. They've been refitted, but I just would like you to take a sweep to make sure there aren't any hidden tracking protocols or anything like that. We did blow up the station that we took this core from. So
Vigar looks at mouse droid and goes,
Nolshay will pat it as it goes. Oh, you're so cute. You're Imperial. Okay.
So
They're not, right? Vigar?
Vigar will make sure.
Okay.
Do you want to do that first? Or you want to? Yeah,
Oh, you don't
Dash
have to
goes
do that.
by all means. Yeah, no,
Yes.
that's fine. That takes priority. No problem.
Easy job.
I meant this is like a real down. All right.
I don't think they are, but they're very cute.
Go ahead and make a use computers roll, Vigath.
I re-rolled the tens place, right?
You can yes, you are
for
yeah. You get to
bonus.
reroll the tens only, not the ones.
Cool. That is an extreme success.
Extreme success, great. As far as you can tell, Zaz did a pretty good job with his general retrofit and memory wipe. You don't mouse droids are not that expensive or valuable a piece of Imperial technology, so they don't contain like hidden trackers. Also the serial numbers, he already filed them off. Probably while Torg was just like flexing and saying Utini. So these certainly like anyone who knows what they're looking at would know that this is an Imperial droid, but they would probably suspect it had been heavily refurbished. So it's not a
As always, this does good work. They are good.
Excellent.
Good.
Well,
Then I will not feel guilty about my unhealthy emotional attachment to this thing.
well
What about your unhealthy emotional attachment to me?
At 21, we're not gonna. I'm not unhealthily attached to you.
Oh, right.
You were just like
you asked me not to do. You asked me not to tell everyone about that thing you asked me to do. That's right. When you asked me to say that my name was Avren, and just hold it for a while.
we were trying out names that you would like.
Oh, right.
I am
Can
not
I,
emotionally attached to that name. I just thought it would be appropriate for you.
But you kept
Avren
saying
seems.
you kept
This
saying
seems like
you are my
a long
love. This necklace
conversation
is
and
my
not-
heart.
Oh,
Can I overhear this tidbit and can I like, since it's juicy gossip, can I like start messaging the merciless?
You can certainly file it away for future intel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Liga
I'll
feels
just-
like this is a lone conversation and not in front of 5 other people conversation.
okay, F21 just has desires and things of their own, and
Liga cannot
they're
relate.
coming into themselves.
That is
and
objectively not. Nolshay, I'm sorry. Yes, I am the one who asked Nolshay if I could hold her and stroke her hair and tell her that the best day of my life was the day I spent with her.
no.
In a voice
I want-
that sounded like this. This was the best day of my... Like, the voice box slightly changes on F21. This was the best day of my life. And
This is not
Bug,
true.
it does sound like that guy, Avren. You guys met.
F21 is new since I've been gone,
Yes.
right?
F21
Oh, yeah.
is a factotum droid.
yeah. In fact, you
Really?
left, and now there's 3 new droids.
That's a filler
You would
problem.
need at least that many mechanical beings.
Has it been that
to replace my
long since
intellect.
Vegas?
To replace Vegas
Right.
intellect.
It's not been here for a while, but no, that's not the case here.
I
I
want.
mean, that does sound exactly like Avrin.
21 is just trying to develop
I
his
don't-
personality, and he only has
Yes.
you guys.
I'm the one who
Or-
made a mistake. I'm the one who should be embarrassed, not
I
Nolshay.
want no shit to hear me sending a voice memo to the merciless, like merciless. You're not gonna guess what I just heard.
Oh, poor
We will
Nolshay.
also start texting the merciless. Like,
Hey, Merciless, I don't know what you're hearing. There's not a guy. Yeah.
I'll just turn to the little mouse droid and say, just get back and mind the shop with your brother. Thank you.
Eventually, it'll kind of be at the gate for a while. Eventually, Lebo will let it out. But it heads off. Vigath, you can now turn your attention to this data core. Now, there's a few things about an ancient data core like this. The biggest thing is that you do not have... Like, this isn't going to use your standard scomp. So you are going to have to figure out some means of getting into it. I'm now looking at what you have, and damn me to hell. You're going to need a normal success will not be enough on this, and you suspect for any of the rolls you make today, it may not be. Also, I'm going to refresh your force points up to the max, because it's almost impossible for you to not do what you need to do today because of how many goddamn resources you guys have in this game. Because this game isn't always hard, only when there's scary combat. Vigath.
Yeah.
Hey, Vegas would like to spend 1 force point. to add extra bonus.
Understood, because I do want you to use your combat hack. Because that is combat hacking is about being sort of like weird and using other techniques.
If I impart any of the information I learned about, I know it wasn't a lot, would that help?
You know what roll you can make to do before you do so? Please roll and explain. See, explain is a skill that I think really does matter. And it doesn't always come up, but when it does, I really like to do it. Because you're not persuading someone. That's what it would be in D&D. It'd be like, oh, do persuade. Nah, bullshit. You need an you need a you need a skill for. I am incredibly good at saying, here's the information.
Here's the information. I remember it accurately. Here is like...
Explain is writing a how-to guide.
Yeah, this would be like some sort of like history or persuade in D&D. Yeah, let's go ahead and spend... yeah, sure. I have too much luck as it is. Let's spend 6 luck to make it a hard success.
With a hard success, Vigath, you may have an additional bonus on your combat hack. So you have 2 bonuses on this roll if you're spending one, or you could elect not to spend the force point and only have 1. But Bug is giving... Still spend.
Combat hack still uses use computers, right?
Combat hack, combat hack is actually higher than use computers if you scroll down.
Right.
It has a higher number, but it doesn't have the standing bonus. So if you want 2 bonuses, you'll have to spend.
I will spend 1.
Perfect. All right, so you get 3. Yeah, you get a total of 3.
I forgot how much combat hack has.
Yeah, you get a 3. You get to roll 3 d10s.
Damn.
One of them should be 5 or lower, I would expect.
The lowest I got was 15.
15. With a 15,
which is an extreme success.
An extreme success, yes. With a 15, you manage to kind of like sort of just by pulling in a couple of scomps and other things, you Moses, you just slid in from hyperspace. That was very cool.
Yeah, I saw that.
Like, but with this, you manage to take a sort of scomp and a couple of ports, and you sort of do them together, and you're like, oh, I'll bet, And after a couple little futzing, and you maybe stick a probe in somewhere, and are like, okay, oh, it's only using this kind of data core, etc. So you kind of put stuff in, and you eventually plug everything in, and the data cores. Some sort of little like sensor light on it kind of crackles on. You have managed to access it, and you can send power into it. And so now, though you're kind of going to be dealing with codes that are very strange. I mean, obviously, Vigath, you're used to maybe having to run certain kinds of algorithms that are different, but you are going to be able to try to use computers. You do suspect you need a very good degree of success on this. So make a use computers.
Spend another force point.
Spend another force point. So once again, you have 2. Doing this. And you can click combat hack, by the way. The new policy for you guys moving forward, I think we've said this, is if you spend luck, you can't click the box. But I do allow you to click the box if you spend force points ahead of time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to spend another force point to reroll, because I only got a 22.
You get to reroll all of them.
Okay. I got a 12. To get it to a vital success, that would be...
You could spend 9 luck.
9 luck. How much luck do I have on this character? Oh, yeah, sure. I'll spend that.
He has an obscene amount of luck.
Yeah. Yes, I go down to 82 luck, and it is a vital success.
That cattail is something else right now, by the way. That cattail, wow.
I I'm
Careful,
so
it's a Dianoga.
cats, but I love them so much.
So, Viga, this is very complicated. You know, there's a few moments of you being like, strange. Wait, why is this connected in? No, like this shouldn't be connected in this way. Something, you know, you're experiencing a good deal of like, what? Wait, like this is, yeah, like something. This is weird. This is, you know, this is odd. But then, in the words of, has anybody here listened to the Tron Legacy soundtrack a lot?
Yes.
Yes.
The Daft Punk one. So basically, Vigath is spending time, and it's like the grid, like this RKO, you know, computer thing. I've been trying to figure it out, and then I got in.
Ba-na-na.
Ba-ba, ba-da-da, da-da-da. Yeah. Vigath, this data core does, in fact, seem to contain an incredibly complex, for the time especially, series of coordinates to a planet that is listed in very ancient languages. Could you please tell me what languages you speak?
Speak. Basic, Arcana, Bashi, Binary, Huskies, Shuluk, Jalis, and Tuscan.
The fact that you speak binary will help you for this, but I'd like for you to make a luck roll for me. Or if anyone in the group, because you probably with all those you would even remind this. Does anyone in this group speak High Galactic?
Ooh.
If you go down to your languages.
No, I speak Sybisti and Mizkov.
Very good.
I don't know.
Extreme
if those
success
will
on the luck roll.
Extreme success on luck. Then I will say, and this is not uncommon, because like, just like so you guys know, like the X of an X-Wing, the X letter, the reason they have X-Wings even though they use the Arabesh, that's High Galactic. High Galactic is our alphabet.
Oh.
Is kind of, is sort of, if you were unaware of that. So, none of you speak High Galactic, but with that roll, Vigath, you can read the name of this planet that is written in High Galactic. You can sort of transliterate those to the Orabesh and know that this is a planet called Obscura.
Obscura.
I was expecting a different name.
Thought you might be.
Might just have been 2 letters.
A planet called Obscura. This planet you're not really able to tell what's exactly going on, but there is a sort of single command sort of like prompt being put in, and of course you can copy all this stuff, but the command basically says what would the term be? Push to finalize. So you can basically enter a prompt. This is probably with a vital success you had. This is not an uncommon thing, especially in older ancient systems in which certain data is stored in multiple different parts of the core.
This is it's starting to feel like rebooting the Power in Jurassic Park.
That's what I'm push to close is what I'm referencing.
Push to close.
100%.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Push to close. Push it. It says push to finalize, although you speak binary, you think it might also be push to collate, basically. So it's like almost like, yeah, there you go, Vigath, you're in the perfect thing.
Yeah. He's in the Matrix.
So what would you like to do? Push to collate, what does that mean, Vigath?
I mean, I'm not an expert on any of this by any means, but would that just be this is a Beacon is it just compiling data?
Yeah, wouldn't that just rearrange that in proper order or something? Or,
Yeah, so we'd find out where the planet is.
Could that mean? I mean, we're dealing with a 3,000-year-old dialect. Could that be like decipher or decode?
Yeah, decrypt. I'm also thinking that whatever we do, we're then going to have to plug this information into the Navi computer to figure out how much this planet would have shifted in the past 3,000 years. Because the star's not going to move that much, and, well, depending on how close to the core, the star could have swung a long way. Spinward.
Remind me what time period we are. I know we're in the Empire exists.
Yeah, you're in, like, the original trilogy.
When in the original trilogy?
It's tricky because I'm pretty sure it's because Lando's still in charge of Bespin.
So pre
So it's before
So pre-Empire, but there was just also an Ewok, so I don't know.
I mean, they're always around.
I mean, I'm around.
That's fair.
You know.
Old years is pretty.
Basically, I just want to make a joke about whether or not the planet might have got blown up, and I want to know if that
Yes, that would track. Alderaan is gone. For sure.
Okay.
Well, I mean, if you collate them, then what could happen? You know, it's just a code. It's not like
let's see.
Could it delete the information?
I don't believe so.
Yeah, all right, we'll go ahead.
Try it.
I trust you, B-Gas.
I pressed to collate.
Oh, he already did it.
Cool. All right, you press to collate, and there's kind of like a moment of you guys being like, whoa. But the data kind of... And Vigath is interesting because you're like, oh, wow, this is like, as you're staring at the screen here, you're kind of like, whoa, this is an old machine. Because it's like, this is like, it doesn't even have like chromatic, like this is like it's just like a black and white thing. Even though you're like, wait, a second ago I think the display had that. But then you look up and everyone is like gasping. As all around you, it seems like Dash goes, is that just me?
No,
Dash, what did you put in that stim?
I'm Ray.
Yeah, so is everything.
Wait a minute.
Weird.
Nolshay will like try to like wipe off whatever it is to try to get to her green skin.
Vigath, can you uncollate?
Vigath!
This is not Vigath.
No, what happened? Why am I gray?
Vigath only knows computers, not metaphysical questions.
I understand, but just undo it, Vigath. I think and Lebo is saying, something strange is going on with my sensors. F21 says, oh, I think something strange is going on with my sensors as well. I have lost much of the color spectrum.
How do I determine if I've been drugged or I'm hallucinating? Like, how do I make a reality roll?
A reality roll. There's a couple ways one could do this. You could do just a willpower to just kind of be like, am I in my right mind?
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm after here. Willpower is under mental, right? Yeah.
It is.
Well, that's ominous. It's a success, but I rolled a 66.
Execute 66. Execute. Do it. Do it.
Right now we're all black and white.
Drain the color. Do it.
You are all black
Nolshay
and
will
white.
be going around being like, am I still gray? Why am I not green?
Nolshay, stop scratching. I think just something's happened to our eyes.
I'm trying to get what
Look. This thing is just generating a low band color frequency problem. It's not a. I'm sure. Here. Why don't we open the doors and get out of the ship? At this point, an alert starts going off on the comms of the vessel.
I mean,
And Dash kind of. He says, "Here, put the core away. Put the core away. Hide it real quick."
But you told me to uncoll it. You told Vigath to uncollate it.
You're
Yeah,
fine.
just do it. Just do it.
Hey,
He kind of goes to the ramp and opens the ramp and sort of steps down and goes, I'm not seeing color out here either. Something just happened to our eyes. We might have caught some ancient pulse or bug or something everyone in here or something messed with
wait.
us.
F21, can you scan the area and see if you see color?
I will attempt to. I see nothing on the chromatic spectrum. Everything is grayscale. And Vigath has sort of stepped out, and Dash goes, yes, something happened to us. But then all of you... Actually, wait. Does anyone here have a listen of 50 or higher under your sense talents, which are under physical?
I have 50.
50. Okay.
Yes, 65.
70.
Okay.
Hold on. No.
Yeah, you do as well, Zex. You have
Yeah.
58. So basically, all of you can hear some screams outside. And Dash goes, oh god. And people are like, what the hell happened to the color? What's going on with the color? And
Yeah, we
Dash
should
kind
have
of
the
walks
universe.
up and goes, alright, something's weird.
Was
wait a minute.
it what we did?
He gives you, in a very Han Solo fashion, you don't often see, Dash is usually too cool, but in a really Han Solo fashion, he, like, as you're walking past, he gives you one of these. And then he just walks on, like, wait, remember when he does that in Empire? When he's,
Yeah.
then he keeps going. He's, like, carrying, like, a hat in his hand. It's so cool. Anyway, he goes over to the computer, is just, and he hits a button, and you guys hear a thing being like, general unexplained phenomena reported. All sectors, chromatic spectrum issues. And he kind of starts clicking through it. It's like, this is Tatooine Station. Something has happened to the color here. We're not sure if the planet's about to go the sun's about to go supernova. We can't see any color. He's going to the core, and it's like the Imperial Science Board is aware of a color drain. Make no further inquiries. We are looking into the matter. We suspect a rebel plot, etc., etc. So he's going through. It seems.
Vigas had various results of collating in head. Vigat can very certainly say this was not one of them.
Okay, but I don't blame you at all. I
Yes.
don't think this is your fault. If anything, it's whoever put this together. But what could this be?
I mean, look, let's kind of be a little logical about this, right? I mean, it's not like it sucked all the color out of the universe, right? But it's definitely affected our perception.
No, it's not our perception. It's also
Well, I'm talking
mechanical
about, like,
perception as well.
Oh.
Because F21 is able to see
Right.
basically
Yeah, but-
every color on the spectrum.
Yes,
Yeah,
something
but
is
also-
strange.
Even-
The
but
infrared
also
spectrum.
VGAF could change that for any droid. It's not like a Marvel or anything like that. So something has affected
We're
our
getting
ability.
reports
Much
from
more
Tatooine.
difficult to do with organic beings.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering if we dispersed some sort of virus or something like that.
No,
No virus
people.
could possibly move that fast.
exactly.
I mean, unless a whole bunch of beacons spread out through the galaxy were activated, like the beacon we took this from.
I don't think it's a virus. It has to be something else. A
It
virus.
went way too fast for a virus, right?
A virus wouldn't impact beings and
And machines, yeah.
exactly.
But it could be, like you said, maybe the beacons across the galaxy activated because of what we just did. But
Yeah, it's something
Oh.
that's affected our ability to perceive color.
But I don't know if it's that. What if the color is just gone?
Dash is like,
That's
Levy, run some scans on, because and F21 says there is something wrong with the infrared spectrum.
Something
Wait.
wrong how?
I do not detect the infrared spectrum.
That
F21.
would be something wrong, yes.
Hold on. And I'll just like
Light.
was anybody, Senator? Do you normally wear something like colorful, like a?
No. I was just gonna say the one bright side is
Imperial
the
senators?
Imperials
Yeah.
look exactly the same.
Well, if we're on the Outrider, then I have some like fabric or something,
Yeah,
and
I'm
I'll
rocking the
pull
black.
out something that was previously very like bright and vibrant, and say, F21, can you analyze the color spectrum of this?
Though my superior ocular interface and knowledge of fabric can tell you,
Okay.
based simply on the
About the color. What color is it?
technically it is gray. I am confident that used to be a shade of mauve.
Wait, how do you know?
Well, because my expertise is so high, I'm familiar with this exact textile, and if it were other, there were differences in which specific blends they used between different dyes, but it is gray.
Okay. So the fabric itself is gray. You're
The
not.
color's just gone.
Well, the
What-
light
what-
spectrum has changed. That's different.
What was this dyed with?
It was dyed with a mixture, and he starts rattling off like organic and inorganic, materials that one would make a mauve dye out of.
Okay. And that organic material is still within this fabric, right? So it should be mauve.
If I had access to a laboratory, I could confirm that, but I am confident that the dye is still present.
Okay.
The pigment is still there. It simply is no longer existing on. It is simply no longer registering on the color spectrum.
It could be our
Why?
perception, but I don't think so. Because F21 would not register that there is still organic dye in this. And it's gray. That doesn't make sense.
We said that.
Not just our perception. Things have changed fundamentally in this galaxy.
No, I don't think so. It's F21 is saying something about the infrared spectrum, which is light, which is how we perceive. So something has changed in the light.
Well, it depends. Well, that would
That's
be
still a
color.
physical
Color
change, isn't
is all perception. You do
F21,
realize this, right?
are you basing this off of the light spectrum or
That's how color works, Nolshay. It is reflection of light.
dyes
So
are
if the
also
light-
different? The ways that dyes react and respond to fabric are different. So
But all of the way we
Indeed.
see color is
I
how light
understand
reflects.
that, but
So I'm telling you that it's not like every piece of material in this galaxy has just changed in the blink of an eye. Something monumental has happened because something has happened to affect an entire spectrum of light
Juliet
in
is
the
wondering
galaxy.
why you draw
And
a line between light being affected and physical things being affected. Why is this more or less possible?
you're right. Something fundamental has changed,
All right, guys, listen.
but it's not our perception.
The first thing I'm going to say is the way I see it. Nolshay, you still look good. In this mirror, I still look good. Zex, you still look great. Vigoth and Bug, you are unchanged. You look how you look.
Vigat is always fabulous.
Precisely.
Less concerned about looking like myself now. It's pretty okay.
So
We
the
got
good
bigger
news
things to worry
is
about.
none of us got
care
less
if I look-
attractive.
Good? My pigment was taken away.
I understand. It's a big deal. But fortunately, you still have your tattoos. So you're
Oh my gosh.
No. My point. I'm saying you're still Mary Allen because your pigment's there. That's fine.
Mary Ellen, regardless of whether I'm green or gray.
Listen, everyone, let's focus up. Because we need to figure this shit out before the Empire starts tracking us down.
That's
Wait.
true.
What is the Empire saying?
Well, do we know for a fact that it was us?
That's true.
They don't know. They don't know yet. But I
Well,
want to get this figured out before anyone does figure out that.
No, but we don't know that it was us.
Let's tap into what they're saying. What is the Empire saying?
He kind of goes over and turns on the thing, and once again, you hear an Imperial thing saying, "Do not panic. We suspect the strange alteration in color is due to a terrorist rebel attack. The rebels will be punished for their actions." Yeah.
Of course they would.
Dex,
I'm trying to think of other ways that we can determine what is going on. It's we determine the infrared spectrum. Can we scan particular
here's-
photons or?
We
you
need to do a
could.
lot of scans. However, this may be an unpopular idea. But when you hit push to collate, maybe you triggered this, maybe it was coincidental. But Vigath, did you get it? Do we have coordinates?
I'll look at the thing.
You do.
Well, yes, of course. Vigat is always
So if there's a
good for
planet,
the job.
if there's a hidden planet Is it? And then he goes, all right, let's plug it into the Nava computer. Let's see if this planet, if this is a planet we already know about. Does anybody here, and the answer to this is very likely no, but does anybody here have Navigate Stellar?
Is that under?
It is under mental talents. Some of you
I
might
have
be
a
decent.
5.
5. Vgath.
50.
Okay. 50? Okay, Nolshay, I'll tell you what. Nolshay, I'm going to let you attempt this then. And in addition to this, Lebo, who's pretty good at it, will give you a bonus as well. And if you'd like to spend any additional stuff to gain another bonus, you can certainly do so.
I will.
Okay, cool.
How many?
You can just spend, it's just 1, and you already had 5, so here, you have 4 now. Perfect. We didn't reset
Oh, thank you. I didn't.
No, you're, no one does. All right, so you have 3, so roll a total of 3 of the 10s column and 1 of the 1s column on your Navigate Stellar.
Every time Zex runs back,
He
and
disappears
forth
into the cosmos.
yeah,
That's
it's
great.
so funny.
Into the sweet gray of hyperspace.
11 was my best one.
11. 11 for you is you could spend 1 luck and have
I'll
it
do
extreme.
it.
Okay.
I will.
All right. Then if you spend
I'll fix
1 luck, and I'm going to say because you were already succeeding, I literally just said this has not worked. Go ahead and click Navigate Stellar, because when else will you ever click it? You can click the box for it too.
you.
All right. So as you like just like frantically, and your mind is just going crazy, and the fact, like, there's probably a moment when you go to the computer and you're like, okay, wait, which one's the cursor? Because the cursor isn't red. I can't. Like the colors got like this will confuse a lot of computer programs. Like there's gonna be a lot of like like signage, stoplights. It's gonna be a problem for people. But you sort of start going like a pod race. How will you know which lap you're on? It's actually the order. That wouldn't be a problem. The point is, as you start going through,
Maybe they should have built a more accessible universe. That's all I'm saying.
there you go. As you start going through, you with an extreme success, you determine not only where this planet was, but with basic gravimetric stuff, you determine where it should be. And the answer is, there is an area in the mid-rim that is utterly empty. It's a big dead zone, kind of like, it's like not even before you get to like it's like just on the inside of the mid-rim. It's pretty close to the core. It's completely empty. You believe that this planet remains undiscovered. It's not on any of the star charts you have.
Well, there is that at least.
Dash says, guys, like I said, maybe this is something that we did. Maybe this is just something that coincidentally happened at this moment for like dramatic value. But the point is, we now have the location of a planet called, you said it was called Obscura?
Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like the wrong place to start looking for answers.
Why not?
What other choice do we have?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go?
I've got credits saved up. Let's go.
Listen, I got a whole planet to worry about. We go, get answers.
Yeah, well,
Get
you don't
rich.
usually seem too concerned about your planet, so I think we can go
Hey.
find the color.
I'm
Okay.
a great senator. I'm a great senator.
I would love to interview your constituents.
They love me. How do you think I got the job?
Sure,
Dash.
sure.
Dash. I don't have any. But we're in the outer rim. You get around a lot. Do you have any contacts in wild space?
Yeah, I know some people in wild space.
I'm just curious if they're seeing this too. So maybe just, I know we probably won't get an immediate response.
Yeah, beacons aren't hard, but I'll ping some people in wild space
Couldn't
and
I?
but
say,
worth asking.
let's see.
Couldn't I ping people as well?
Yeah,
Can
you can ping some people. It does seem everyone. Yeah, go ahead,
I'll
Bullshit.
ping Muriel on as well.
Yes. Mirielon wouldn't take long. Nathor's close enough, wouldn't take long. It's like word can get out from Coruscant pretty quickly. Like, that stuff can travel pretty instantaneously because they have such a crazy, like, subspace, beacon trajectory. To get to other planets, it can take a while for stuff to go through this stuff. As far as you can tell, you're not hearing of anywhere yet where this isn't happening. Galaxy-wide, but Dash will send some stuff. He's like, let's see, send a message to Wild Space. Hey, did all your guys' color disappear, lol? Okay, he sends that out.
Why?
It's how they talk there.
What does lol mean?
It means, okay, it either
It's like
means,
saying over.
lol either means, I think it means live out loud.
It
Wow.
means lots of love.
Lots of love, that's what it means, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's-
Why don't you just use a period at the end of your sentence?
I was
do not
asked to
follow.
contact
Viget does
Wild
not
Space. That's how they talk there.
Neither. Okay.
Lots of love.
You can also use an exclamation point.
Sometimes you say raffle.
What is brothel?
I don't know.
Really out of fucking luck, I believe.
For something like that.
You guys are quick with this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring that back, and that's what it's gonna mean.
Really out of fucking luck.
How are you doing, Raffle?
Raffle, guys.
Probably catch on.
Just a rafflecopter today.
So they, he kind of just starts sort of looking through stuff. Yeah, guys, I'm not totally sure. But
I think, yeah, I mean, it seems weird that this would be coincidental. So then I guess all roads lead to Obscura.
That
All
sure
hyperspace
would be
lanes lead to
delightfully,
Obscura.
delightfully dramatic.
all right.
Yeah.
Well,
And it's not your fault, Vigath.
well,
Viget
it might be.
knows.
Okay.
I can't believe you hit
sweating
COVID.
it.
That's
Viget
crazy.
feels no sense of
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we
I don't think Big Ass
we're all
sweating it.
equally to blame in this because we're the
Yeah.
ones who went and got this. We're the ones who dragged Vigeth out of his monkey lizard pit and said, "Hey, push the button." So
All right, so you guys are gonna head to Obscura.
I
Let's
do
go.
not like being gray. No,
I think I look distinguished.
Yeah,
you
do. We
look
all
great.
We all look. I don't know. There's something kind
I
of.
guess it
I
makes
feel
sense.
like I need to start smoking.
Yeah.
It feels like a thing I need to start doing.
Okay,
now.
I'm gonna go
Like,
get a lot of
Viget
death
feels
sticks
like
for us because
he
I mean, it
must
makes
make
sense, 'cause
morally
Milkshake is the most
ambiguous
colorful.
decisions.
I also actually, hey, Lebo, can you activate lighting profile 3, the really high key one? No, the low key one. Do the low key lighting. That's better. And suddenly everything in here, like it's really sharp shadows and contrast and just very.
Oh, I hate this. I don't like this. I don't like this. Turn this down.
Sorry. Okay, give her high key. It's fine. So it goes from looking like a noir movie to like the Dick Van Dyke Show. Okay.
No, but you know when you're so used to like seeing a certain, like I am used to seeing green in my periphery because
What?
I am green, and now it's just gray and weird, and I don't like it.
Oh,
Just gray and black
I'm with you,
everywhere,
Nolshi. It's a big shock.
No,
Yeah.
I'm
sorry
just
that
not
you
a
seem-
particularly emotional person. This is.
It's just gray and black.
I am
everywhere.
utterly shocked at the moment. This is my shocked face.
Nolshe, just pretend that you're in an incredibly dark room with limited lighting. After all, you know that old saying, all gundarks look gray in the dark.
Viget has heard all Nexus are gray in the dark.
I have also
It's
heard that
different variant.
phrase. And
No,
all
Shay,
loath cats look gray in the dark.
Yes.
She'll just slide against a wall and just be like,
Dash, as
Just
Dash
blend
is like
into the
Dash is
shadows?
striding around like preparing for it. He watches you do that and goes, "Okay, something about this lack of color, that was extra dramatic the way you did that." And he
I'm
keeps,
not trying to be dramatic. I just don't like this.
Hey, I
You
get
do
it.
not need to try.
We've had intergalactic repercussions with what we've done. Usually it's just like a few thousand credits here or
That's
there that
true.
go missing.
Wait, I'm not
Which
sure it's
one?
intergalactic. It might only be galactic. I have a friend in the Rishi Maze. That's technically outside the galaxy. Let me see if we have
Okay,
that.
well,
Hey, did the color get crazy there for you guys too? Right out of
Yes.
fucking luck. I'm gonna spell it out. They'll know what I mean. Okay.
It's well, You know, I mean, if we fix this, though, it's the big time, right? We don't have to tell people we caused it.
That's true.
We tell people we fixed it.
Yeah.
Excellent point. All right.
So big though. Like how are we gonna be
Perhaps
the people
if
who
we-
are like, oh, we flipped the switch and brought back the color?
I'm just
Hey,
saying.
Perhaps
Just saying,
if we
guys.
go to Obscura, we will find answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
That'd be my ticket to becoming a moth.
All right. Are you guys? Should we just go right now? Should we wait and
Hmm?
find Zaz? Good to go
What
now.
else
Yeah,
do we have to do?
No, Zaz can. We'll message
Sounds good.
Zaz.
All right, Leo. Let's head up to this thing, and at that point, guys.
I'm just gonna go really quick before we take off. Before you cut to LGI, I'm gonna just calm and say calm my droid. I'm gonna be going away for a little while. Mind the shop. There is an order pickup coming. The suit of armor is in the back. I think the two of you can probably wheel it out. Don't let them take anything else. They always try to get a package deal. The answer is no. You can hit him in the shins. You have my permission. Thank you.
So.
This is fun.
Nolshay, for some reason, is having a very big existential crisis.
Nolshay is the Duchess of the group, is what we're learning.
I think we always knew that.
This
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me.
Yeah. So we iris to the ship heading up, and as you guys are like flying off the planet, Dash is just sort of at the controls. You guys are really gathered there. I guess Nolshay's sitting in the back. Any of you are sort of up further. You see Dash and Levo.
She is with the action though. Like
Dash is
she
like, "All right,
scrunched
well,
up in a corner, like
I'm sort of like just sitting off to the side, just like pensive, just trying to ponder this problem. I'm not really concentrating on the
it's just
Levo.
so
I want to look out the
the
viewport.
window.
Yeah.
I want to be a little, not conniving, but I'm definitely postulating the possibilities.
Dash,
at 21.
Yes.
What does this mean for us? Like so much of what we do
Involves color.
involves color. Texture is super important, but
I want to look at Bug and Vigath and just like, we need to fix this because we can't handle the
Yeah.
super song.
We'll see how it goes.
whole galaxy because of this bitch.
We'll see. We'll
Right?
see how it
We need
goes.
to fix
All
this.
right.
I appreciate that though.
Levo, punch it. I hope this still works. I hope the only reason hyperspace works isn't because it's blue. That would be
Blue?
a problem. Hit it, and Levo hits hyperspace. The ship, there's a moment of pseudo motion, and then you guys find yourself in an eerie gray corridor through space. The glow of hyperspace, that blue that kind of washes over you and those things is gone. It's just gray. It's still the same texture of light, but there's no light here. The cosmic force is as drained of color as the rest of the universe.
Do we go faster because it doesn't have to worry about color temperature anymore?
So, we then emerge in deep space. We'll sort of cut to this.
9?
Wow.
Deep Space Nine?
Oh, apologies. Not deep space.
Why is everybody shaking their head?
You invoked the enemy in our story.
I just
Their
thought it was a
foe,
lame
the
joke.
great, the great, yeah, the great
Star
foe.
Wars game.
Just kidding.
I will always be a
Yeah,
Star,
Star
Trek
Trek.
person.
In the, I'm a Star Trek fan, like my father before me. So with that, as the, as we sort of look through the, that would be Ron. It should be the other way around. I'm a Star Wars fan, like my father before. Okay, the point is, he throws. Also, everyone's like, Luke throws the lightsaber away, but then he has it later. Like he used the Force to grab it, guys. Come on, calm down.
Yeah.
Chill out. Now, you emerge in space, and one of the first things you notice that is strange is you are not far from a star. This happens many times when you're in systems, but the light of the star is so white rather than having any sort of like sort of gold temperature to it that it is very eerie. this may be the weirdest sensation to you. The star seems to be a relatively, and then you begin to realize why this is weird, because the star's light is like, it's bright, but it's not quite bright. You think this is a dwarf star. This should be a red dwarf.
Yeah.
But now
I was just about to ask.
the color that it's putting off, so now it's just a gray dwarf.
Instead of a red dwarf, we're in a dark place.
Dark place, dark place, dark place, dark place. That could explain why the star would have been on the charts, but why no one might have been going to it as like an older star. But as you scan, Dash goes, yeah, there is a planet. All right, let's go check this out. And he heads over to this planet called Obscura. As you're approaching, what you see from the rather dim light of this star is, at first you think it might be a gas giant. It seems to be a rather uniform ball of gray with a few little spots of black here and there on it. But as Dash gets closer and scans and says, whoa, no, that's not a gas giant, it's much smaller. This is like a, what they call in some places an M class. This is same size as Westreno or Mirialan or Corellia. Why does it look... Here, let's start doing some scans. Vigath, would you assist with scanning the planet? Could you give me a use computers roll? You're not really good at it, but I figure we should let you roll. Just to try some stuff out.
That's a 3.
3?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. That's a vital for you, right? Yeah.
That's a vital.
You run through, and Vigath, you kind of like, you're using the sensors, and you're like, it's giving you standard telemetry, but you're like analyze this and this and this, and you're sort of collating stuff and running it through various programs they have. Sort of like much faster than the computer can do it. You sort of come back, and there is an analysis from the computer of the planet. Planet type is described as inconclusive, but the planet does seem to be a solid body with a molten core, with sort of, standard gravity of planets this size. It's around what you'd have on Westrena. But this planet possesses a heavy sort of gas. And Dash says, a heavy gas. Wait a minute. Oh. Is this a mist level planet?
What do you mean?
Familiar.
You guys ever heard of these? All right, there's... I read about this once. Somebody was describing this. There are these planets that have certain kinds of like mixtures of relatively heavy gases, so that they... basically, the planet is largely saturated by a... Think of it as like a marine layer. And it's over the entire planet. So elevation is not based on sea level, it's based on mist level. So if there's any land mass that is over where this mist naturally settles, it's above the mist. Everything else is below.
Is it surrounding like a core of some sort, or is it just made of mist?
There's a crust, and then there's mantle. It's just there's a volume of mist that blankets the entire planet, and it has such density that it all hangs at the exact same level. And Vigath, based on your analysis, that is right. The mist, like the planet, seems shockingly uniform in terms of the level of that mist, just like a gas giant would. It's a little like oblong because of gravity.
I'm gonna have a panic attack.
I apologize, but there are some like mountains that seem to stick up above the mist, and then sort of baseline sort of pings and stuff. You have to go down closer. Under the mist, there are places where there's places where the ground is basically mist level, so you'd kind of be walking on it, but you might be walking and then suddenly fall into a chasm that you can't see because the mist is sort of thick.
Awesome.
Are you going to be able to navigate that, Dash?
Ship could. It's going to be dangerous. I also don't know how.
So can we...
I don't want to get too close to it, honestly, because it's possible that theoretically what's on there could be incredibly corrosive.
Yeah,
so I
that's
don't
the
even want
other
to get too
question.
close. I'd love to maybe take a. Do we have like a?
Some samples.
Yeah,
like
maybe
a probe.
if we get kind of closer, we could send a probe down and just get like a sample of this stuff to bring back so we can analyze it. I don't think we should go down now. I think we should get a sample.
That seems wise.
Sure.
All right.
I'd like to know if it's going to rot my skin the moment I step off.
Yeah. Or my ship.
We always run standard scans.
Yeah, but this is
Sure,
it's so I don't want to risk it here. All right. Do you is anybody here have a pretty good? There's a few different things I'd take for this. Does anybody have really good this is under physical talents, fine motor skills. I would also allow
I have 75.
Okay. I'd also allow
Yeah.
like vehicle stuff.
Like
If anybody has like a vehicle talent that's really good, some of them might not make sense, but
70 in air speeders.
I have
Okay.
77.
I've got
60
77 in.
Vehicle weapons.
I got
I've
74 in land speeders.
Yeah, I have 77 land speeders and 75 in 5 motor skills.
all right. One person, but because of the good stuff, they will get advantage on this because of everyone helping. One of you can attempt to like maneuver the probe. One of you can be the like, kind of like to send out a probe to collect a mist sample.
Did
I'm
the
gonna
fine motor
say
skill person go, or
I'm gonna say go ahead, Nolshay, just because
Yeah.
I don't roll well.
Nolshay, let's use that 77 of yours. You get one bonus, and you could purchase another if you'd
Oh.
like.
I would like to purchase another for how much?
For just one more little force point, I took it off for you. So yeah,
Oh.
roll.
Thank you.
You were trying to beat a 77. This is a little bit vehicle weapons, a little bit speeder bikes, and honestly, your fine motor skills is pretty close to this anyway. So we'll just kind of roll this all together.
Wait, if I get a 10 and a 0, that's a 10, right?
10 and 0 is a 10, correct?
That is the lowest.
A 10 is very low for you. That is a yes. That is an extreme success. So Nolshay kind of gets it there. It is just like whatever I do, we gotta find out information. So you send the probe down, and there's kind of an eerie moment as you guys are all here on the ship, watching as this probe heads down to the planet. There's a sort of like limited, it's not hollow, it's just video. So like on one of the screens you're sort of seeing black and white video. As it enters an atmosphere, there's a little bit of a sort of, a little bit of burn as it goes through the atmosphere. It now flows down, and sure enough, what you see is a perfectly even sea. And then in the distance, Nolshay, you can see a couple of like mountain tops sort of sticking up. Is your plan to just dip down and like go into that mist a little bit?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay. With your extreme success, you're able to get the machine down to the mist. As you sort of lower towards it, you see the mist swirl, and it seems, just kind of coincidentally, that the area that you've gone to is relatively mist level ground. As the mist sort of swirls in response to the thrusters, you guys catch a couple glimpses of like a rocky terrain below. The rocks appear. Ooh, tell you what, everybody make a quick look roll at it under your sense talents under physical. Yeah. The sense box is
48.
48.
Normal success.
Normal.
Oh boy,
what
Bug.
is
very close. 99.
Mine is
Ooh.
normal.
what is the all zeros? That's just 0.
That's a
No,
all
that's a
zeros
one.
is a 100. Thank you so much, Zex. Oh, that's so cool. So Zex, so you just rolled what's called a fumble. Thank you for doing that.
No.
So Zex,
Huh?
in response, you're looking at it, and whether it's the eeriness of the moment, you're not sure why, but as you're sort of staring at this screen, as it's passing, you think you see that the ground is all skulls. You think it's all just skulls, and you shriek and scream, and you knock into Nolshay, who's at the controls. Nolshay.
I would.
With
I
you don't get your bonus that you had before. Nolshay,
Uh-huh.
I would love for you to make another roll with your 77. You could spend more force points if you want to give yourself more bonuses, but at present, you only have 3 left. But you can gain more if you want. But this is the equivalent of a dexterity saving throw. This is a don't crash this onto the rocks.
I will add a bonus.
Okay. Roll it. You certainly need better than a normal success here. You have 2 left after this. Is it just with 1?
Wait.
Did you roll a 100?
Oh, no way.
A 0, 0, and a 0. That's a
Ah!
Guys, we just had 2 fumbles in a row.
Perfect.
I feel less bad now.
So
I feel less
Zex
bad.
bounces into you, and in response, wait. No, but you take the if you have advantage, you don't have to take the lower.
80 was the other one.
80. Okay, so you fail, but it's not a fumble. That's much better.
Damn.
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought if it was a fumble, I had to take that.
No. It's the fumble. It's you always take the lower unless the fumble would make it.
It was bad either way.
It's bad either way. Now you could spend a force point to re-roll that whole thing because you didn't fumble. You can never spend force points on a fumble. But
I will.
Okay.
I will.
So re-roll. You get the bonus again. So re-roll the double thing. Now, if you had rolled double zeros on both of them, that would have been great. That would have been a disaster. What do we got?
No, I rolled
Do it.
98 and a 78.
A 78. So you still fail from your 77. You need a better.
Yeah.
So basically, Nolshe is trying and forcing herself, just trying to not crash. But instead, you guys see the image shudders as it passes, kind of down onto the ground. None of you, and the fritters out. And Dash goes, "Damn it."
Did you guys not see that though?
Right now, the sort of camera is like you see a glimpse of the sort of ground of the rocky sort of terrain, but you haven't really been able to make it out so well. The fidelity is not that good. But then the mist sort of covers it, and the camera lens winds up being half covered in mist. So it's you're looking at the bottom half is this thicker mist, and the top half is a lighter shade of gray, and that's all you're sort of seeing. And there's a little bit of kind of amp.
No, she's just sorry.
No, it's fine. Probes. We totally have a backup probe. I'm sorry, we don't. I'm being sarcastic. We don't have a backup probe.
These are extenuating circumstances.
I
Normally
understand,
these
it's
things
fine.
can have infrared and other, whatever.
I get it. You guys watch for a moment.
I can't be perfect all the time, okay, Dash?
Viget can.
I'm just
Yeah, oh really? Look at what's happened.
Shut up, everybody. Shut up.
Not Viget's fault.
Dash gets up real close. He's walking in towards the sort of screen. Suddenly, the camera kind of goes offline. Lebo, we're recording. Play that back. And
What was that?
Lebo goes back a few frames. Dash goes, there. And he plays it. Everyone, once again, make a look roll. Isn't it cool how a look roll can fumble into disasters? This is fun. 2.
28.
VGAF. Great.
That's a hard success for me.
Hard success. Okay.
I'm good at looking at things,
I guess-
just not doing them.
22.
22. Great. Bug.
5.
5. VGAF,
So
yours
it's an
is
extreme.
yours is an extreme.
Vital.
VGAF, yours is vital. Okay, Bug.
Yeah.
You notice what Dash saw, and Dash goes, "Oh, god damn it." Okay. You notice that right as things are going there's a weird shifting of the frame, and it's almost there's some dark thing in the very top of the frame. But VGAF, your sharp Arcona eyes can maybe it's because you're just used to looking at pixels all day, but you can tell that right before the thing broke, Bug, you see some dark shapes on top, but VGAF, what you see kind of closing over the top, almost like this, is a claw or a hand or something. And Dash says, "There's something down there." He looks at VGAF. You saw it.
Some sort of claw or hand closing over the camera.
All right. Well,
Fun.
And now they know someone's looking.
If they're sentient.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd always
Nothing
assume
but skulls
things are
down there,
sentient.
man.
wow.
I think we should get out of here. For now.
Yeah.
What do you mean? Head back to Mystic Starport?
Yeah.
We can recoup.
I'm just staring off into space because I'm
into gray
freaking
space.
out.
Into the gray.
Yeah, because I saw nothing but skulls.
Dash goes, all right, fine, we'll head back. This is kind of
Dolce will go up to Vigath and be like, "I'm sorry. I don't blame you
Vigat
at all.
knows.
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Something's. I don't know about you guys. This feels different.
Feels bigger.
Yeah. Let's get back to Mystic. See what's going on. I have some people I can contact as well. Scientists, things like that. We can. But hey, right now, I mean, we'll probably bring Zaz in on this. Maybe Shay if she's around. But we need to keep this one small. Hey, F-21. Under no circumstances are you to ever mention this to anyone. Unless it's someone in this room and no one else is present. Got it? And F-21 says, I completely understand. Why can't Nolshay give me such clear instructions as to what I should and should not say? But you're always so emotional, I'm never sure if I should take you seriously.
Phatic, I'm not emotional.
This robot kind of seems like the worst. Could you not have found a better robot to replace Vigath?
Oh,
this
I could
robot
never
doesn't
replace
help.
you. Slicing is not one of my skills.
No, it's a seamstress robot.
And I make really good models.
That's
swoop
also true.
bikes.
Yeah.
Zex would normally have a quip, but he's too traumatized.
He actually made one of me and Shay's.
Yes, it took a long time to find the perfect cherry red paint, but now that was irrelevant because it's just gray. And with that, as the Outrider turns back away from Obscura, away from this Obscura system with this dark dwarf star and the strange mist planet below, the mist level world of Obscura. Entering hyperspace, I'm gonna end with a different vibe. And I urge you guys to sort of think about this of like, sometimes it's fun to get new information. As an epilogue to today's episode, I'm gonna take a vote. Would you like to check in on a planet called Exo?
Yes.
Or would you like to check in on a planet called Coruscant in the Imperial Throne Room?
Exo.
Throne room.
Exo.
Up to you two.
I will say I'm going to advocate for Exo. Can I? May I?
You may.
Exo was incredibly important in Civilized Age.
Mhm.
It was a very mysterious planet that held a lot of secrets that I believe is going to be very significant in this campaign as well. So I
Oh.
would love to see Exo.
Also, in a game where you weren't here, Lauren, we did actually. Or no, wait,
she
it
was
was
there
right
for
there
that.
at the end.
We
Is
checked
that-
in
Sorry,
at
I
Exo.
forgot it was. Yeah, I forgot it was the end of the Avner one, where Avner went back to Exo
Yeah, that too.
and talked to Quag, and there was some implication that they had created.
Yes, and I
Mystic Star.
feel that any information on Coruscant we can get later and will get later.
I'm gonna tell you
Um,
that that's not necessarily true.
Philip, shut the fuck up.
Basically,
Let
here's
me
what it
make
is.
my case.
Make your case.
So
that's
one
fine.
or the other thing.
It's one of
I
the
assume.
Well, no, I mean sort of. It's more it's a color of this. You'll get all.
But
the
we will.
information.
So we do have connections to Coruscant as is. However, we don't have connections to Exo as it stands currently. I will say that.
You have voted Exo. Zex has voted Coruscant.
I want to see what the Emperor's up to.
Viga.
I'm gonna do this, and it's gonna feel like an attack on you, Lauren. It is not, but I am gonna vote for Coruscant.
It is an attack on me, and
Vigath, are you going to tie it up? Are you going to say? Are you going to also
Jeremy?
say-
Jeremy,
Don't use his real name.
If you say Coruscant, Vigath, if you say Coruscant, we're going
Jeremy
to Coruscant.
Elizabeth Sandler.
Otherwise, we'll have to figure it out.
What?
Middle name.
Is that your actual middle name?
No.
Oh. I don't know.
Jeremy, and
My middle initial is a J. Okay, never mind.
Jeremy.
Jeremy again. I'm so conflicted because I want both.
Did you watch Civilized Age? Because
Okay,
shit
actually,
down
I'll tell you
on
guys what.
EXO.
You're just gonna give
If
us
you
both.
all right now consent to me doing some real serious shenanigans, I'll show you both.
I consent.
I
like
consent.
shenanigans.
All right. Then we cut epilogue 1.
I feel like we made a mistake.
On the planet of...
Giga
on
does
a-
not make mistakes.
There is a planet that exists within the swirling world of hyperspace at the cosmic force. It is called EXO. And on that planet, a few figures sort of stand, looking in confusion. Master Windu sort of looks up and says, "This is very strange." Master Kenobi says, "It is strange, but it's not necessarily unbelievable. In the Force, all things are possible, after all." Luke, the aged Master Luke, agrees. "Yeah, perhaps this is something we should ask Master Quag." "Ask me what you wish." They turn and see the aged Master Quag sort of moving towards them. She's sort of small, tridactyl, large ears. Oh, of missing color, you wonder? Was this your doing? Not my doing, no. One of my cousins, methinks. Yes,
Fuck.
yes. But useful for us. Useful indeed. Something new in the Force. Something taken, but something retained. They sort of look at Quag. "We see what you mean." Luke says, This seems odd, but you think people will be okay?" Change, inevitable is. The way of the Force. Much to meditate on, have we? Much to study. Now, in the gray side, all things are possible. The Jedi kind of exchange looks. Revan is over there kind of just saying, "But Nulshe's skin will be gray now, but she'll still be just as lovely." "Yes, I'm coming, sorry, of course." Heads over to that.
I was wondering if.
She does moisturize.
But then, because I get to do something awesome later, because you guys have short-sightedly said give us 2 endings tonight.
Actually,
Yeah.
I am all for all of the chaos possible.
At this point,
I am, but I regret it immediately.
we will cut to the Imperial throne room in what used to be the Jedi Temple. The Emperor sits on his throne. The turbo lift opens, and a figure in all black walks across the room. Black cape flowing, domed helmet on top. He kneels before the steps leading up to the throne. The Emperor speaks.
Lord Vader, rise.
Vader does. "What is thy bidding, my master?"
A great change has come over the galaxy, has it not, Lord Vader? But it does not threaten our power, does it?
"No, my master."
I sense uncertainty in you, my friend. I sense fear of what power could have done this. pull out your lightsaber, Lord Vader. Lord Vader does. Has all your power been taken from you? Vader ignites the blade. As a beam of red fills the chamber. Soon, the galaxy will be ours. The Force, in all its shades, belong to the victors. Yes, my master. And as that red blade beams in a black and white room, Iris to the end credits. Oh, actually, wait, I'm gonna amend that slightly. Off that image, as we cross-cut that with on the planet of Exo, the various Jedi Masters all igniting their sabers, which still have color.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds
Okay.
ominous.
So we can tell who's a good guy and who's a bad guy because of their sword colors.
That seems to be the implication. It seems that kyber crystals have retained their colors.
Ah.
So
Which-
this is
so
not
rad.
pure black and white. This more looks like that like Ronin short from the first season of The Thing, or like
Yeah,
the
which
Werewolf
ages.
by Night Marvel one shot. From
What an
Halloween last year.
amazing show that was.
It's good stuff.
I
one.
love Werewolf by Night.
So I have a question for you, Philip.
Mm-hmm.
Just in your world of Star Wars,
Mm-hmm.
do the lightsabers work in the way that they have in previous texts, where it is not just like a battery, it is a force feedback from the wielder?
Mine
With the
are
kyber
more
crystal.
of. I see what you're describing.
The crystal isn't just like a battery; it's the way that the wielder focuses the force, right?
Yes, but
I thought that was just like how it was.
well, between Legends and the new continuity, there is sort of some change as to.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's some of that in Rebels, but like, if that were really the case, then like Finn being able to just pick up and wield a lightsaber, no problem, is
No,
kind of just makes
I
into a
did
battery.
read a couple of novels as a young girl.
Mhm.
I'm still a young girl
You are
of
very so young.
I'm not gonna say how old.
Way
Like
back in the
25.
year of.
Back years ago. No, but it had to do with like the person and their
I
and their whatever this is
I sort of take a thing that I think
their chutzpah.
was often the way it worked in the older continuity. My take on it is it's kind of that. Basically, it's that in order to build a lightsaber, one must channel their force through the kyber to activate
Yeah.
it. But once
Yeah.
a lightsaber exists, it will continue working for anyone.
Oh, one of the things that I read was Anakin going into the cave and building his lightsaber.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah,
So,
but it was
so
like
it does
through the Force.
require a connection with the kyber crystal.
Okay.
Oh.
This
okay.
is more of just, I don't need answers right now. It's just more of me like personally puzzling what's going on here.
I'm
mean,
concerned.
So,
Because
I
the
also
color is
should
gone.
mention, because a lot of people, so thank you for joining us for tonight's game, everyone. What happened here is something that some people were anticipating, and one person here whose name rhymes with Shmigath was actually aware of because I did reveal to their group. On Tuesday night, our Noir Confidential Gray in the Dark game ended with the group making the most noir decision they could possibly make. We will steal color from another world to put the color that we've lost in ours. And then they started realizing, oh my god, he's taking it from another game on the channel. And they further realized that, oh my god, KJ, all you've wanted is your color back, and now you might steal it from yourself. She rolled and did not. She rolled to steal it from StarTales. So that means, unless there's another huge shift in things, the StarTales games, I'm actually going to, because the lightsabers are on, I am not going to desaturate our backgrounds for this one. I'm leaving Mystic Starport is still sort of in gold and all that stuff, but the games are now in black and white. Because of that decision, this means all future Star Wars shows, unless something changes, are in black and white. this universe has been desaturated. Now,
Interesting.
Damn.
what does that mean? Well, it means, as Ka actually very helpfully pointed out, oh, it's cool. It's like a riff on the old Republic serials they're all based on. And I was like, yeah, that's what makes this not super weird. So there you go. This is now a black and white Star Wars. And they also do this in comics sometimes. So that is the deal. So because of another game, they've stolen it. One of my cousins, he said, that's weird. What was that about?
I have a
Yeah.
question. Didn't Civilized Age take place in the future?
That's a really good
Very much.
question.
Yeah.
So in theory, I mean, we're dealing with time travel now. So, I mean, in theory, we already fixed it, or this is taking place,
In an alternate timeline.
or like now we have created an alternate timeline.
Or it just takes it away from every single thing in the galaxy.
We'll
Because
get to
Philip
some answers.
is not
I mean,
a fair and just God.
Pierce, you
He
were
is-
just saying some
bastard.
stuff about Quag and what Quag might have done and things. So I think I said this game takes place during the original trilogy. I'm not sure I said it takes place before Civilized Age, technically. Anyway, so we got a lot of fun here, but we shall sort of see how things progress in these weekly games. We now have a bigger picture thing, but we'll still very frequently just have crazy one-off adventures. It might take a few sessions before the group can make it back, you know, to sort of do this. I also think it's fun that Mystic Starport will rarely, if ever, involve lightsabers. So I just kind of wanted you guys to see that lightsaber thing to know. But typically your games will be all black and white all the time. So yeah,
Right, because in our world, there's Darth Vader.
right now
and
you have
Luke
Darth Vader,
Skywalker.
and according to the Disney canon, so many other Jedi.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
17.
And also
100
so many other Jedi just running around.
Cal Kestis, Ahsoka, fucking. Yeah.
Right now it's,
Although
like-
Ahsoka's lightsabers are white now, right? So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's true.
no change. And the dark saber
All the
still looks the
Inquisitors, I
same.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dark saber is identical as well. So yeah, so very fun stuff. So that is the explanation for why this color drain happened. Both, although it is one of those like chicken and egg things, did it just happen randomly, or is something they did connected to the planet of Obscura? A lot to unpack. Please join us in 2 weeks for the next Mystic Starport as we find out more. Maybe they will return to Obscura with a full crew with like, you know, Atmo suits. Maybe they'll go to a race. Who knows? In addition, we have other games on this channel. Join us tomorrow night for Third Time's the Charm, which admittedly, it would have been pretty fun if Third Time's the Charm had the color drained and it would have gone from TGIF to like, you know, like Dick Van Dyke, I Love Lucy. But that is our fun and crazy sitcom game, so please join us for that tomorrow. That's at 7:30 on this channel. On Wednesday, we have a Top Flight West game, as Top Flight West continues entering the black hole and dealing with what with Star Shadow has done, and with the assistance of their new member Beowulf, their newly transformed member Beowulf.
Oh, that's right.
And with an entity called, an anti-hero named Bloodstar. So a lot of fun there. Then on Friday this week, we have a little game called Blood from a Stone. Last week was our 100th episode, which means we're only 4 away
Congratulations.
from 104. That's the important one because it's a multiple of 13. Will Bradley and Everett survive Old McAllister and Penny? Will Medina manage to get anything out of the boxer? A lot of questions. We'll find out. And then 1 week from tonight, please join us for Here Be Dragons, which I gotta say, I've said this a few times, I think off stream. Part of me wishes that KJ
would have been
had
so much-
rolled Here Be Dragons just to steal another thing from them. Just to kick
'Cause,
them again.
Yeah. I would have. Well, it's surprising no one who watches me play these games
Yeah.
regularly. So I would have loved a little more punishment on that game.
That being said,
No, I thought it was going to be Blood from a Stone that it was taken from.
oh, I also was being a dick on Friday with Blood from a Stone. I was
You're
like,
always a dick on Friday.
Because she was literally getting attacked by a black and white movie monster. And so I was like, and suddenly your eyes are filled with nothing but black and white. And I started acting like I was about to click stuff.
And everybody was like,
And I was like, and
Oh,
then you see a splash of red across your eyes. It's your own blood. All right, anyway, moving on.
I was just hoping for the monkey's paw of it all that KJ was going to show up for Top Flight West, and it was all going to be black and white.
She did off stream say, if you take color from Top Flight, I do quit that game. And I believe her. I believe her.
Although it's so much less important to that character in that game.
I know. It's still
She's
Lumen
just
just
white.
wants light.
It's all white. It's fine.
Everything would literally be black and white
Yeah.
for her, which is
Which
how
is
Lumen
how
wants
she
it.
sees the world anyway.
Yeah.
We do have a few thank yous.
Oh, wonderful.
Alex and Shark followed for the night. Mikey B-Sit Frogsit followed as well. And Logan BMax1 followed. And Am I Trending Yet has subscribed for 11 months. So thank you so much.
Yeah. A tier 3. Thank you.
That's so. Oh,
At tier 3,
Whoa,
yes.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
That is so kind of you. Much appreciated. Thanks so much. That's really kind of you guys. Yeah, please go to our Discord, join the community there. We have a YouTube. We have a wiki. You can see those in our beautiful sort of social list that we just put up.
Yes.
So yeah, you can check all that stuff out there. Also, we did. If you joined us late in this, I would urge you to go early in this game because we did have an Ewok here for a while. An Ewok entered my home as the game started, and he sat with me for a while, and I fed him a cookie, and that's
He's
why
very cute.
he's so cute.
Oh, and if anyone wants to understand what's going on with Bug in that, so Yuzums are the other native sentient species of Endor, and they had a civil war with the Ewoks.
They literally
that-
did. Yeah.
Yeah, that is real bad and bloody.
So when I described a toddler as an Ewok, just because I thought it would be funny, that then turned into actual stuff in the game, since Bug is a species that eats them. So that's
Well, they make our skulls into drum sets. They're not innocent.
They do. No, the Ewoks are not innocent. Ewoks are terrifying. So case in point. Would anybody like to sort of plug any other stuff they do, streams they have, Animorph books they read, any of that stuff?
I do stream on Thursdays at 7:30 horror games that I try to get through and get stuck on, but with the help of chat and friendship, I get through.
Chat and friendship.
On my channel, I will say howdy in the chat. That's my channel.
Perfect.
Not a lot gets done, but I do talk a lot, and sometimes I sing when people redeem their channel bits, which I have to increase the amount for that because it's happened twice and I don't like it. But join me on my channel Thursdays, 7:30 Pacific
And I
time.
don't want to do
That is a very common thing, I think, when people start their channels, is they do not realize how fast those points occur, and they suddenly. I have seen it happen all the time where people's like, I have to up this. I have to up this.
Yeah, 5,000 points. I was like, nobody's gonna get that anytime soon.
Smash cut.
Now
too.
they have.
Well, very good. Yeah, check out The Rose Explodes. Moses, you want to plug any socials or anything?
Thank you, Morticia.
If you guys want to learn how to dance, I teach dance lessons online on Zoom. If you want, just send me an email at moses1837@gmail.com. And yeah.
Awesome. Pierce?
Oh, sure. Actually, Jeremy, go ahead. You have your comic, right? Or are you on hiatus with that?
It's on hiatus right now, so
Okay.
I will plug
Do
it. When
not seek out Jeremy's comics. Do not bother him about them.
I mean, if you
Sometimes
want,
people read it.
yeah. I mean, if you
Like,
want
for the first time.
check out Travelers of Talaria. It's a fantasy webcomic that I have been working on and off for 6 years now. That is terrifying.
That's on our
So,
about
yeah.
page here. Yeah, you can find
It is on
Yeah.
your about page. It's on Webtoon, Tapas, and Tumblr. So wherever you want to read it, it's there.
Very cool.
And I'm actually in a sort of Star Wars related thing. Is something I started doing again recently was running, and the way I motivated myself with that was a virtual 5K, which is basically that like you just have to complete it whenever on your schedule. And the one I chose was a Tatooine National Park themed one.
Nice.
So you just sign up online. They send you a shirt and a medal and a bib. So it's very honor system based. But if like I am, what am I now? I have completed 4 weeks of the 9 weeks program to get ready to run. So if anyone wants to join me, I was just gonna put the link just because it's just a beneficial thing. If anyone needs a reason, something to like motivate them to run, you get a cool medal and a cool shirt.
And it's
Uh,
Tatooine.
It's Tatooine.
Also,
And Tatooine is sparsely populated.
Indeed, it's a very
the great
well-
national parks.
exactly. And you have to finish the 5K because once you run out into the desert, you got to run back. There's nothing out there to help you.
Also, Sophia has reminded us players to go check out the Wikipedia pages to check your player page. And by the way, we have a Wikipedia that Sophia has so kindly put together, and shout out to her.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
I got so little response from when I sent out that mass email. I should start bugging everyone individually to check their pages. Yes, very good. Well, check out all that stuff. Thanks so much for watching. Sorry about the color, but at least people you aren't who have lightsabers have it, so that's good for them. Guys, this is fun. I appreciate all of you. Gonna end it now.
What else are you going to take away from us?
You'll see.
Oh no.
Until next time, I will leave you with a one-time slight variation on our words. The gray side of the Force will be with you always.
Så god ifman. Ha!
Hosta mefta cinco basta. Hosta mefta juvrek. Rishi labir groove snores lajekor. Rishi labir usa snor vrek. Hosta mefta cinco basta. Hosta